So apparently there's a rainforest in the lower 48. It's in Washington, so I guess not the lower part of the lower 48, but you can get what I'm saying. So just down a little ways from where I'm camping, there's this river here. You can camp down here if you want, but you have to have a 4-wheel drive and like all-terrain tires in order to get down here. Soccer mom van wasn't having it. It's kind of got this tealish blue sort of look to it, which I think means it's melt from a glacier. I think you get that kind of weird, unique color. I don't know the science behind it. That's my understanding though. I might be totally wrong, but it's real pretty. Just started hailing a moment ago. I suppose this is why it's a rainforest. I was able to get a fire going despite everything being completely soaked, but right when I did, it started raining, so I had to just snuff it out and hop in the van. There it is, hail's coming back. It's small, so it shouldn't do any damage. Alright, so I saw this thing on Instagram. It's a way to play an A minor 9, right? So that's A, here's your 9th. So it's a weird fingering, looks like this. But it sounds pretty cool. It's very mysterious. Then now I'm just playing with like a bunch of different voicings of A minor. Here's a cool one. Fancy. Get that one too. That one's like a sus2. Yeah, sus2. So if you put them all together, it sounds really cool. Alright, so I'm at the Hall of Mosses Trail here in Olympic National Park. First off, this water right here is like really clear. It's bizarre how clean it is. I'm assuming there's a bunch of plants growing in the water, so I'm guessing that they're kind of filtering it out and keeping it real clean looking. Because there's a bunch of stuff in it, so you'd expect it to be murky, but it's not. Anyways, the trail that leads up to the base camp to actually climb Mount Olympus is also right here, just right over that way. It's 17 miles into the base camp. You camp, and then you climb the mountain, and then you camp again, and then climb back out. Is kind of how you would do it. I would love to climb Mount Olympus, but it's obviously I can't do it right now. It's probably still covered in a lot of ice, so it's probably more difficult than it would be like if you came in the middle of the summer. But even in the middle of the summer, you have to climb glaciers, you have to have ice picks and crampons and climbing rope, and more experience than I have. So, not this time. Where this tree fell over, other trees have started like growing out of it as it rots. Speaking of trees growing out of dead roots, according to that plaque, this tree right here, which you might think is just one tree, or maybe two trees right next to each other, is actually a ton of different trees. So what happened was a bigger tree, I assume this dead one died here. And then the saplings laid a root where the old tree was, and a bunch of them were growing. And then they all just kind of came to a point, and now it's just one. They just joined teams or something, and it looks like one big tree. All right, so this is Rialto Beach. I'm hiking over to a place called Hole in the Wall. Some other people told me about it when I was back at Ruby Beach, and I don't have signal, so I can't really look it up now that I'm here. So I've just been asking people which direction to go. I mean, obviously it's pretty easy, you just walk up the beach, but like, I wasn't sure how far or which direction up the beach or down the beach or whatnot. So we're almost there. It's a real pretty beach. It's a lot like Ruby Beach, it's just more kind of random islands sticking up out of the water. I also like the name, Rialto Beach. Sounds like a Zorn name from like Zelda or something. Okay, that looks freaking awesome. That's so cool. Look at the trees growing out of it. Okay, so that's cool and all, the big split rock, but I found the hole in the wall over here. I can't show it to you yet, it has to be a surprise, so you have to wait for the next like a few seconds. So all of this is covered in water if you're not here at low tide, so you can't get to the hole in the wall, which is right over there, but you can't see it yet. There it is. Look at that. See, there's a person, so you can get the scale of how large this is. That is freaking cool. Alright, so I'm gonna head on back to the van. There was some other beaches I wanted to check out that were similar to this one. They had like arches and stuff like that, called Shishi Beach. But it's on Native American land and they have it closed right now due to COVID and all of that stuff. They'll probably open like 2 days after I drive away from this place. But whatever, that's neither here nor there. I think the next place on my list here in Olympic National Park is a place called Soul Duck Valley. I'm not really sure what there is to do there. I kind of need to research what's going on. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Sorry if this was a shorter video or like a crappy video. I didn't really do a great job of videoing the past few days. I've been feeling kind of lazy. But I'll try to get back on it for the next couple.